Well, hello everyone and welcome to Ageless in America. We're just delighted that you could join us once again on this Saturday morning. My name is Anna Johnson.
And I'm Lew Wilson, and we are just so awesome to be here.
This is such a great show, but you always have kind of like a theme, Lou, that you like for our show. So what is it today?
I do. I have a special theme. Everybody knows Wednesdays as Hump Day. Well, and of course, some people think there's a camel that goes in along with that. But we've decided to change that a little bit because this week I have run a bunch of people that were grumpy. And so it's going to be a no grump day.
So remember that. Now, I don't know, I wake up pretty happy in the mornings. Mornings are my best time. So do you wake up grumpy or do you wake up happy?
No, I wake up happy every morning, but I make sure I call Grumpy about 10 a.m. to wake her up.
Well, we're excited all the time to have some very special guests on our show, and you have a special one today.
Yes, I do. We have a stellar gentleman that I've known for many years. Mr. James Smith joins us from the Alzheimer's Project. Welcome.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Great. Glad to have you. And he's going to give us a little brief history and mission about the Alzheimer's Project.
Well, the Alzheimer's Project was started as an outreach ministry of St. Paul's United Methodist Church, and they wanted to basically provide respite for caregivers so that they could come back to church services. So they have volunteers that would go into the home to provide respite, and that's still our mission this day. We help caregivers get through the process of taking care of their loved one with Alzheimer's disease. We are a local nonprofit organization, and everything that we do is offered completely free of charge.
Well, thank you, James. We have a lot of great information for you today, but we're going to introduce you to a wonderful man by the name of Marvin Goldstein. He's a pianist and has played all over the world, but does so many special things for people with Alzheimer's. And he's going to talk this morning about the importance and the power of music for people with Alzheimer's. Let's take a listen. Music has the ability to reach your heart, your mind, and your soul, and has always made an incredible difference in people's lives. Music can also make that emotional connection to change people's lives. And today we're talking with Marvin Goldstein, and Marvin is a concert pianist and has played all over the world, and music is your life, is it not, Marvin?
Music is my life, Anna. I've enjoyed decades and decades of interacting with people with music and watching and seeing how it affects them.
It's magic. In one word, it is magic, but you've done some research on what it can do for patients with Alzheimer's and dementia. Tell us about that.
I have been in situations where I maintained without really knowing for sure that music could unlock their minds, that could bring them forward into a conscious way to communicate with people they were standing next to or nurses that they were with. And I would play music for patients and they would be different. They would be more awake. They would be more animated. They would be moving their limbs that haven't moved for a while. And research currently has where that is so true that unlocking their minds as a restore point would on a computer that has a virus brings them forward to a time where they could communicate and feel strong emotional ties.
A special moment in their life. Can you give us an example of what might make that connection?
A song like this would certainly have a broad appeal.
Maybe another example?
Okay, here's another one.
Whoa, gives me goosebumps, I know that. Marvin, there's no cure for Alzheimer's or dementia, but music can certainly heal to a point for a better quality of life.
it can not only heal, it could perhaps be a cure, actually. Music, if you will, lasts into the eternities. It goes, it stays, it's part of our being. So it could actually interact to such a degree that the disease is cured without having a particular medicine. Music is the medicine.
Yeah. And you know about this all because you've played all over the world and you've seen people all over the world connect.
I have. In Europe and in the Middle East, I get people together that otherwise are politically, culturally, and religiously different. But when they have their performers together performing music, those people leave that room noting that people were there from the other side, and they are friends when they leave from a musical performance.
Okay, well let's leave our audience with some music that might help them connect with a special moment in their life. And we thank you so much,
You're
Marvin,
welcome,
for this
Anna.
interview.
Do you have a loved one who needs help with cooking, light housekeeping, or simply companionship?
Or do you know a post-surgical patient or a new mom who needs a little help around the house?
Healing by Nature in-home care and senior services provides dependable and compassionate caregivers to allow you or your loved one to remain in the security of your own home. Call us today or visit our website for more information. Healing by Nature in-home care and senior services, where it's natural to heal at home.
Gosh, thank you so much, Marvin. I love to listen to Marvin Goldstein. And James, you don't have to have Alzheimer's to appreciate that kind of music.
Absolutely.
He's just wonderful.
And he does so much for the community. And in talking about Alzheimer's, James, I want to ask you another question. You know, we know your primary focus is to assist caregivers through the process. What does that entail?
Well, we provide, like I mentioned earlier, completely free services to our caregivers. So we have 18 support groups across 10 counties, which allow the caregivers to get together with each other and share all of the difficulties that they're going through and the successes that they have as well. We also have counseling services, which are good for individuals on a one-to-one basis for those who may not be comfortable going in front of a support group. We also have educational opportunities to teach our caregivers about the latest updates in research and best practices for taking care of a person with Alzheimer's disease. And then we also have respite services, which allow the caregiver to leave their loved one alone in a secure environment while they have time to themselves.
You know, these are such scary times for families, and sometimes a family member will say, gosh, what do I do? Who do I turn to? How can I get advice? They can talk to you, right?
Absolutely.
Just call the Alzheimer's Project?
Yes,
Is that
ma'am.
how it works?
Absolutely. Just give us a call or go to our website and you can learn all about our information.
Well, there's so many great places in Tallahassee to visit. Sometimes a caregiver can take a family member out to, we like to go to the Tallahassee Museum.
Yes,
Boy,
we
did
do.
we have a good time or what?
We really did. We zipped around the whole place.
And you even had an otter do a backflip. Huh?
Yes, I did. And we're going to take a look at that right now.
Lou, Anna, welcome to the Tallahassee
Thanks.
Museum. We have 52 acres of native wildlife, nature trails, rare historic buildings, a zipline adventure course, and more. What do you want to explore first?
So much to see, so much to do. Where do you want to start?
I think I want to start with the zip line.
I knew that. I knew he was going to say
Great
that. So I
choice,
tell you
great
what,
choice.
I'll follow you. Okay.
All right, let's
All
go. We'll
right.
head on
You
out.
two have fun. I'll see you later.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Amber. All right, Anna, come on. You got to join me.
I don't think so, Lou. But hey, but don't worry. The harness holds 20,000 pounds, so you should be good.
Thanks a lot for that one.
You have fun. I'm going to go check out the gift shop.
I'm supposed to go out there? Are you kidding me?
I'm going to have to get one of these.
Hey, Anna's always looking for me. Where's she at? Get her butt up here. Oh, bad Tarzan. Anyway, now I know what they mean by if you have a trip, see you next fall.
to do is get it onto the anvil and hit it with the hammer at an angle and hit it right on the edge. There
While
you
it's
go.
hot. Nice job, man.
Flames going out.
This is down to less than 1,000 degrees. It's cold. It's cold. We need
It's
to
a
heat
dull
it.
nail.
We need to heat it up.
Anna, can you give me a trim?
Hold on.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Nice job. That's a whole new trim for a haircut.
Oh, look, Lou. She's beautiful.
I know. You know why birds tell great jokes? Because they can just wing it. Come on, do a stand-up. Hey, I'll give you $1 if you do a backflip. Oh, Anna, you got $1?
Hey, this makes me hungry. How about ribs?
Sounds good. Let's go.
Let's go.
Now, where did that Lew Wilson go? Lunch is almost ready.
So Anna, what are you gonna order? Look at this. I got a chicken sandwich, I got an open-faced tomato with chicken salad, and remains of the day. Oh, we're on the caboose, must be the end of the line.
I feel like I'm running for office.
I feel I'm at Petticoat Junction.
So long, everybody.
All right.
Some very cool local firms want to make your golden years the best years of your life. There are benefits to being over 50, and there's one convenient place where you can find them: localseniordiscounts.com. Imagine discounts for more than 25 area restaurants, retail and shopping, health, medicine, household services. For details on these special offers, visit localseniordiscounts.com. You'll be glad you did.
Well, welcome back to Ageless in America. And Lou, I loved all the interviews you did with Chris Heathcock over at Florida State University. Opening nights has been such a tremendous success. We have performers coming in from all over the world. But you had another interview with him, and I think we're going to take a look at that.
Yes, I did. We're going to look at that in just a minute, and there's several more coming on several episodes down the road. But right after Chris Heathcock's, we're going to watch the Digital Minute with Chucha and Ryan Barber.
Good.
Let's watch it.
You know, Chris, when you come to a venue like this, you can virtually say the hits just keep coming. But along with that, you have some free programs that include campus and community engagement. What are those?
Yeah, so we have a new program this year called Creative Conversations, where we take artists in the community, faculty members at the different universities and colleges, and just anybody really that would like to talk about specific topics that circle around kind of what it is we do as a performing arts series. One, for example, is humor and performance, which we have different people come in and talk about humor and how it relates to performances, be it a ballet or be it a theater production or even a stand-up comedian. So some really exciting topics, and it's been a really great program that we're going to continue. We also do master classes and lectures for students all over Tallahassee and Leon County. Not just on campus. Yes, we do things here at Florida State for our students, but we also bring artists in and go out into the schools. We had an individual, Billy Jonas, who did 10 schools during the last week in January in a 3 to 4 county area, and just providing free educational enrichment for our students in the area.
That's fantastic. You know, you're engaged with the community, you're engaged with teachers, you're engaged with students, you know, and viewers out there, if you're not engaged in coming here for some entertainment and great programs, you're really missing out. We're going to continue this series next week. Stay right with us.
Hi, I'm Chucha Barber with Impact Visual Media, and this is my son, Ryan Barber.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, Ryan, and we are?
The WCTV Digital Minute.
Ryan, one of the things that I wanted to talk about with you is information that's accessible on the internet that may or may not be authenticated. For example, a lot of people know about Wikipedia. Sure. So like, what I want to know is, can just anybody put something up on Wikipedia, or is there some group of gurus that make sure everything that gets posted on Wikipedia is absolutely true and tangible?
Well, that was more than one question, but I'll answer it this way. Let's first go to Wikipedia.
I'm a complicated person, Ryan.
I know it. So we'll go to wikipedia.org,
okay,
which is the site, and it is a resource. Essentially think of it as an encyclopedia online, right?
Okay.
But to your point, yes, anyone can contribute to Wikipedia. In fact, it says so right here in their headline. It's the free encyclopedia that anyone can edit. So with that being said, we do want to be cautious about some of the content that's on there. In most universities, when you're writing research papers and credible documents, they suggest not using Wikipedia for that very reason. However, because so many people contribute, they do an effective job of policing content to the point that much of it is actually accurate. Let's do this. Let's do a quick Wikipedia search for WCTV.
Yeah, because, you know, everybody needs to know about WCTV.
Absolutely.
That's right, the world.
So if this were a page inside an actual printed book, this might be how it would appear, right? WCTV being a CVS affiliate, where we're located, our information. Anyone, however, can contribute. And I think it's also important to know that anyone could potentially have their own page. So
can I change your page?
You can, although I think it would be vetted by those of us that frequent that page. And see, that's how it kind of works out. Mm-hmm. When you make changes, other people may correct if you're not exactly accurate.
So when we come back for another WCTV Digital Minute in the future, there could be a Chucha Barber page.
I hope that there's a Chucha Barber page.
So do I. Wouldn't that be great?
Well, welcome back. We always like learning about the Digital Minute. And James, got another question for you. You mentioned respite. Tell us about that.
Well, respite, again, is an opportunity for the caregivers to have time for themselves. It's been estimated that if a caregiver can get up to 4 to 6 hours of respite once a week, they can delay having to put their loved one into a facility for up to 6 months. So by having this free service for caregivers, we're providing them with that opportunity to relieve some of their stress. And while their loved one is at respite, we do all kinds of social engagement activities to keep them engaged so that they're not constantly asking, where is my loved one? Where are they? When are they coming to get me? So we do music, like we've talked about earlier in the show. We have arts and crafts, we play bingo, and just all kinds of general fun and games.
You know, the sad part of this whole disease is there's no cure.
Correct.
I mean, that's the scary part for most families. But they say that 70% of the patients with Alzheimer's at the beginning just kind of wander off from safety. Is that true?
It is true, and it's an unfortunate thing, and it doesn't happen to everybody, of course, but it does happen to a lot. And so we have a program with the Leon County Sheriff's Office. It's called Project Lifesaver, and it's a transmitting device that can be worn either on the wrist or the ankle, so that if the individual with Alzheimer's should wander away, we would be able to locate them usually within 30 minutes to an hour. This is a program that we also serve with children with autism and Down syndrome, as they also have a propensity to wander away from safety as well, too.
Okay, well, James, it's been a pleasure having you on our show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for all this great
Stick
information.
around.
Yeah, and you stay with us because we'll be back in a few minutes.
The Area Agency on Aging for North Florida is an aging and disability resource center for the Panhandle and Big Bend regions. We can help you apply for Medicaid, long-term care, and we offer a network of community partners for senior health and wellness. Services include elder abuse prevention and awareness, Medicare and long-term care counseling, as well as our Elder Helpline, connecting elders and persons with disabilities and caregivers to community resources. Call us today.
Senator Claude Pepper was a fierce fighter for the rights of the elderly, and today we're talking about the Claude Pepper Center. Larry Polifka joins us, and he is their executive director. And if you will, Larry, tell us, what are some of the issues that you all are working on right now?
Our mission has mainly two parts. One, retirement security, which deals with both private pensions and with public pensions, Social Security, and the health care programs, Medicaid and Medicare. We also deal a lot with health care issues, acute, primary, but also long-term care, which is becoming a bigger and bigger problem with the rapid aging of the population, which will double over the next 20 years. And more people are going to need assistance with the activities of daily living, whether that's walking or whether that's dressing or whether that's bathing. These are things that the long-term care system is designed to provide assistance with. And at this point, we have something almost approaching 8 million people who need that kind of care. And it's going to double in the next 20 years.
People need to know what's going on with long-term care, so let's take a special look at this clip right here.
The Claude Pepper Foundation, keeping leaders and the public informed about the health, long-term care, and income security challenges confronting America's older citizens.
When you go home tonight and you close your eyes and sleep, and you ask, what have I done today to lighten the burden upon those who suffer? At least you can say, I helped a little bit today. I voted to help those who needed help. It may not answer all the problems, and it doesn't, but it'll give comfort. It will cool the brow of many who suffer. It will give hope to many who are most in despair.
Senator Claude Pepper was a public servant, a progressive-minded statesman. He sponsored legislation to promote equal rights, civil rights, and workers' rights, gaining international fame and recognition for his advocacy on behalf of senior citizens. A lasting legacy to the man and his values, the Claude Pepper Foundation dedicates all of its activities to sustaining the legacy of Senator Pepper, including his important views regarding respect for elders. The Pepper Foundation also created and funded the Pepper Institute on Aging, a multidisciplinary group of researchers dedicated to examining the issues impacting the elderly. Housed in a single building, the center consists of the Claude Pepper Library and a museum, the Pepper Institute on Aging, the Pepper Data Center, and the Pepper Endowed Chair. The facility is located on the prestigious campus of Florida State University, a few blocks from the Florida capital. The Claude Pepper Library invites researchers and those interested in 20th century history and public policy to understand the causes and issues to which Claude Pepper dedicated his life. The Claude Pepper Museum provides dioramas that highlight his life and offers visitor experiences, including recreations of his Senate and congressional offices. The collection of Claude Pepper memorabilia shines a light on some of the most significant subjects relevant to 20th century history. A lasting tribute to Senator Pepper, the Claude Pepper Foundation stands as a reminder of his vision, his contributions, and the continuing need to embrace the talent, experience, and value of our aging population.
The national attitude toward old people has made a 180-degree turn. More and more younger generations have come to realize that in their elders, they have a precious and useful asset, not a burden. Old people are the same persons they were when they were young. Some may not hear so well, may have to wear glasses. Maybe a step slower when they walk. But they are not useless, and they must not be treated as outcasts, as more and more Americans have come to realize.
Well, welcome back to Ageless in America. And Lou, this is so great because there is a book that people can have about the Alzheimer's Project.
Yes, this is an entire resource manual for the Big Bend area, and they'll put this on the screen for you and where you can get it with the contact information for the Alzheimer's Project. And this is a brand new booklet that's out, and it's got all sorts of information for any kind of resource that you're looking for in the senior arena. So make sure you write down the number when you can get
We'll
this.
put it on the screen so you can call
absolutely.
James and the Alzheimer's Project. And you have some discounts to talk about?
Oh, yes. We have a special of the week. This is, excuse me, I apologize. Those frogs ain't working. We have a great special this week. Brooklyn Water Bagels down on Madison Street is having a special. If you show your local senior discount card between the 7th and 13th, okay, you buy a dozen bagels, you get 6 free.
Ooh.
And there's also a free bagel with schmear. It's kind of a Jewish spread. So it's good stuff. So Brooklyn Water Bagels, we'll flash that up on the screen for you. And you got to show your local senior discount card. If you don't have one, they'll give you a free one.
Okay, and next time you come in, bring some bagels, will you?
I could do that. Well, that way I'd be on a roll.
Wow.
Okie dokie. All right, well, let's remind everybody that the Red Hills Horse Trials take place this weekend. Charlie Belvin and I used to go out there years ago and do some very special half-hour shows on the horse trial. We just love that. I hate that we don't do that anymore. But it's at the Eleanor Clapp Phipps Park, so if you want a great weekend, go out there and see that. And then we need to tell you about the 150th anniversary of the reenactment of the Battle of Natural Bridge. Boy, people love that in this area.
They go out there in crowds. I mean, it's amazing.
And as Lou wants you to know, today is No Grump Day, so
grump.
remember that.
That's
no
right.
grump, James.
No grump. If you
Big
see
smiles.
anybody that's grumpy, keep them smiling and say, no grump day.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on Ageless in America. And remember, stay active.
And stay healthy.
We'll see you next time. Great.
We didn't even do any banter afterwards.
But you got to say respite.
I know,
respite.
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 Don't spit in our face, yes.
What's the respite of the story? I get no RESPITE. Brought to you by the Area Agency on Aging for North Florida.